It's time to crank it up with Rotary.
Today we're going to discuss how to take a chain apart and put it back together. There's a couple different ways of doing this. We're going to discuss one method that you can do in your shop or at your local dealership. The second one gives you an option in the field and a necessary means where you have to get by. What we have here is your pocket, what they call a pocket breaker. It's basically an anvil device and a punch. And this would be something you can kind of do in the field to help repair a broken link. Pretty down and dirty, basic repairs. Use a hammer and the anvil on a solid surface and you punch the drive links out. I'm gonna basically show you how to do that with this device. It's easier to show you how to punch those links out here. So we're gonna do that now. You're basically going to take your chain and you're gonna have to get to these rivets that hold your chain together. And the perfect opportunity is you have to get it in your anvil. This is an adjustable anvil. On this particular anvil, you actually lay the chain in that groove. You'll turn this in until you have a good tight fit. Once you have a good tight fit, and it sits down in there flush with the drive links, then you have a good fit to be able to punch your link out. You'll put it under your breaker. And then what you do is what's very important is to be sure the point of the breaker is in the center of the rivet. That's what makes it break easy and it doesn't damage any of the other drive links of the chain. And at that moment, you make sure it's centered up, and with an easy push down motion, you pop those rivet links out. And that's how you would take your chain apart. Now that we have our chain apart, we have to put it back together. To do so, you'll need a couple of items. You'll need your preset strap, which has your rivets already attached to it. And then you have what they call a plain strap. That is what you'll need to complete the link itself. So you'll actually do this on a flat surface, it's easier to work with. Lay your chain down and lay your preset strap down. Go ahead and hook your two drive links to your preset strap, then take your plain strap and set on top. Now all we have to do is brad it where to stay together. Now, like I said, in the field, when you're trying to get by, you won't have this handy tool available. The only option you would have is a ball peen hammer possibly, where you could brad this out to prevent this link from coming apart. But that is only in a situation where you don't have any other options. This is really the real way to do it and do it right. So once you put it on your spinner device, you're going to set your link in here, and the side that needs to be spun will be the side that is closest to you. You will hang it on your device. This is our tensioning side, and if you look, it has an indention center to line up with the rivet itself to be sure that it's perfectly centered. You're going to run that down until it makes contact. This is your spinning side. This is the side that actually rebrads the rivet to put the rounded edge on it. As you spin this, you will want to add tension to it with your tension handle. Then you'll back off. Now my suggestion is that you work on both sides. You do a little on one side and a little on the other to be sure that everything's in line before you do your final tightening process. But at the end, you will have a rivet that looks just like it did from the factory. After you have it secured, make sure there's no loose play in it, that it's good and tight, and then you've done a chain repair and you're ready to go.
Donny, I want to thank you for joining us today with all your useful information and tips, and we want to remind our viewers to always use guaranteed quality, Rotary branded Copperhead chainsaw products.